That did it. All right, thank you. Y'all be careful.
Yeah, we will.
All right.
Get those crazies out of the government. We need our Congress for everyone's benefit. The 1%, they just take what they like. We've got to show up and vote for our rights. So vote in November. Vote, a time to remember. Vote. Don't be late. Vote. Don't procrastinate.
All right, baby.
It's our
I
country.
apologize for starting late. I hit the go button and the computer said no. So I had to restart the computer right there at the beginning. Whilst everybody was waiting, I apologize.
We can't
Anyway.
afford.
Let's go. Ooh, it is Tuesday, baby. What a Tuesday. I'm telling you, let me get this under control.
We do nothing.
We can't afford to do nothing. Of course, we've been doing nothing for a while. That's what got us in the mess we're in today, baby. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for coming in. Oh, let me get my ATM. What a day, baby. I hope you've had a great one. Anyway, it is Tuesday. I want to thank Carol Lowe for coming in, Nancy Halverson, Mark Perkins, who I spoke to on the phone today. Hello again, Mark. Jeanette Miller is here. The remixtress is with us. Oh, there's always something, see? When I look up, and because I had to restart the computer, that don't work. This has to be turned down and turned back like that. Jesus. Organization, man. I'm telling you, I'm full of it here. The remixtress I said was here. Bruce Preston, thank you very much. Deborah Douglas is here. Michael Johnson. That smart-ass squaw's in the room, so y'all pay attention. Let me see. Bart Larson, Carol Lowe. My neighbor Tracy Tobias, thank you for being here, baby. Jess Coggins, Carolyn and John Metjesco, thank you for being here, darling. I got mail from y'all today. We'll get to that in just a second. But let me see. Who else is here? Get on down here before we get lost. Suzanne Jarrett is here. Karen Van Wyck. Jesus. It's been a rough day. It's been a rough day. Karen Van Wyck is here. Thank you very much. Let me get on down here before I screw everything up in the day. Let me see. Irish Giselle is here. Lady Freedom Rocks, thank you for being here. Gene Shanky. Yes, a new banner behind me, baby. Trump lost LOL, courtesy of our own DJ down there. We appreciate him. He sent me that in the mail, and I appreciate the hell out of it. I have plans for that thing. Anyway, it's Tuesday, baby. I just got here, so I hope everything's going well. Boy, howdy, I did a rant today, and because I was pissed at my governor. We've had, gun violence has been in the news, forever, because we keep having these mass shootings all over the place. I had one today in D.C., I understand, at a funeral home. Boy, howdy shit. But I got mad today because my governor is pardoning a man who just got convicted of murder. And let me catch up with myself. I apologize to everybody. I just came in the door, so slapping everything together and getting everything situated outside. I'm just now catching my breath. Miss Chick, how are you doing, dear?
I'm doing all right, John.
Good, good.
So what has the American Taliban been up to today?
Well, I know what it's been up to down here in Texas.
Yeah?
Yeah, Governor Abbott, he wants to pardon this guy. Oh, darn, I didn't bring my book.
Well, did they even, finish sentencing
No,
the guy?
no, he was just found guilty on Friday. He hasn't even hit, you know what prompted this, though, and that's what pissed me off really big time, is Abbott wasn't going to do shit until Tucker Carlson went on Fox Spews and put a challenge out there. We invited Governor Abbott to come, but to discuss this issue of why this guy ain't pardoned already, because maybe the trial ain't over. Yes.
Dumb and dumber.
Dumb and stupid. But it just shows that my governor will bow a knee to Tucker Carlson. Really, that scab of a person.
No, it's all about being on TV.
It is. Well, they just, I don't know what it is. There's no reason for the governor to step into this case at all. A jury in Texas found the man guilty. They knew the evidence. But my governor doesn't give a shit.
It was kind of obvious. Didn't they have it on film?
I don't know if it was caught on film, but they got the guy talking before he goes into town. I might have to shoot a few protesters today. I might have to kill a protester today. He went there with the intent. And yeah, he's being a badass out there. It just...
it's astounding.
It's frustrating, dear, because, we've covered so many of these things over and over and over 7 years of us doing this on the air. So many shootings, so many deaths, and that it just sounds like a rerun.
And the idea that we're just going to, in one instance, we're going to look the other way, but somebody, plows into a crowd that has had a drink or two or whatever, they go to prison.
Yeah.
Nobody contests that.
No. No. You know what crossed my mind today, though, Miss Chick, is I wonder what my governor would do if the situation was reversed. If, in fact, Mr. God dog it.
The prisoner guy, Perry?
Perry's the shooter. He's the guy that just got convicted. Daniel Perry, thank you, Gene. Daniel Perry was found guilty. And Garrett, I think his last name's Garrett, was the victim. Okay. Yes, Garrett Foster. I'm sorry. Garrett. Gene, thank you very much. My paper's out. My little book I write in is out there. All right. So Daniel Perry is convicted of murder and the shooting death of Garrett Foster. What would have happened if the roles would have been reversed? It had Garrett Foster drew his weapon first and shot Daniel Perry dead.
Stood his ground, so to speak?
Yeah, stood his ground, so to speak, you might say. Would Governor Abbott step forward and attempt to pardon him? I'll give you the answer right now. No. No, he wouldn't.
Well, I think it all depends on what Tucker Carlson would have said.
Well, that's true, but I don't think Tucker Carlson's going to be standing up for a Black Lives Matter protester. So it makes me think that, no, Greg Abbott wouldn't do squat.
I mean, it didn't help with Kyle Rittenhouse, now did it?
That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to make him into a Kyle Rittenhouse. That's exactly what he's trying to do. Aussie Dave, I'm thinking about moving
Hello,
down
mate.
under.
Hello, Mitchy Chick.
You got room
Hi,
down
Dan.
there for one more, do you?
No, listen, mate. Let me tell you, Mitchy Chick's right. I've got it down in my little notebook here that this thing in Texas and the pardon and Clapton and all that. That is typical. That is a copy of Shittenhouse. It's not Rittenhouse. It's Shittenhouse.
Shittenhouse, yeah.
Even he's on freaking TV begging for money. But America report card from outside looking in, which I think is what my input should be, is what I see from the other side of the country or
Yes.
the world. And what I feel from what I see from Asia, I see a lot of Asian stuff and that, because we are part of Australasia, and we
Australasia.
do have, yeah, it is originally Australasia, because our neighbour is Malaysia. Anyhow, this week America has looked weaker in many areas, stronger in some areas. The fight back from Bragg and in
Yes.
New York and is fantastic. It's about time that he put Jim Jordan in his place,
Yep.
because Jim Jordan was running amok. We seen that as about time. We were so happy to see that, but up to that point, we thought Bragg had hollow threats, so to speak. But it looks like he's prepared to act.
Yeah,
on
for
Jim
those
Jordan.
that don't know, Bragg filed a lawsuit in the Southern District of New York against Jim Jordan for trying to obstruct a criminal investigation.
Shut that shit down.
What's that?
Yeah, and he sorry, Miss Chick, go on.
And I just said he's going to shut that shit down. Enough of the
Yeah,
shenanigans.
Yeah.
I mean,
He
that's-
slapped Jim
that's
Jordan
what it-
upside the head. That's what he did.
that's what this is what it needs to be done. These guys are running amok. I won't call them the GOP, but it's not the GOP anymore. I'm just going to say MAGA, because there's no doubt that Jordan and those others, Miller
They've
and all them, they're
disgraced
MAGA.
what little
they're
respect the
extremists.
Republican Party had has been flushed down
Correct.
the toilet by these people.
They need to be, because the thing is that people say, should America do this or should America not do this? Well, if no one's above the law, so that they need to apply that. But the thing is that if America lets these people go, and I'm talking about not just Trump, it's all those around him, the Millers, the Jordans, the Marjorie Taylor
Over
Greene,
100 congressmen that voted to not certify the election. I throw it, what's 140 of them.
Pence is guilty. Bill Barr's guilty of crimes from a while ago. I mean, talk about weaponizing DOJ. What was Bill Barr? He was fucking Wild West Billy.
Yeah, he was throwing hand grenades all over the place, Bill Barr was. And we saw
went international for Trump.
Yes.
Didn't he?
Yes, and
he
he's
went
trying to dig
Ukraine.
his way out of it now. Did you see where, speaking of Trumpy boy, Stephen Miller had to go into grand jury today? I understand
Yes.
he testified for over
And
6 hours.
Yeah.
Now Trump,
Come on,
Pence has
Ben.
agreed to testify, and now Trump is suing to have that not happen. Trump is scared. Trump is a cornered animal. We spoke about this months ago, how
Yes.
when Trump's losing, it's going to be like a cornered animal. He's striking out a Bragg. He's striking out his own MAGA people.
He will
He's
throw
striking
his
out
own
those-
people under the bus one by one.
And that's
But
what they're
that's been
scared
his
of,
nature
John.
all along. I mean, don't forget that's just what the guy does.
That's what he does. He's a
Yeah.
scumbag. And you would
It's not
think
about
that
a cornered animal or anything. It's
Yeah.
just what he does.
He's what he's done is taught the DOJ with a MAGA how to skirt the law, right? Skirt the law. Running the border of being arrested or not being arrested, or charged, not being charged. Jordan does it well. They all do it well. They skirt that fucking border. Marjorie Taylor Greene is a
Lord.
danger. She's a super danger. She is. If you want a Nazi extremist, there you go.
There you go.
She is it.
Speaking
know,
of Nazi
American Alabama.
extremist, a little side story that we saw come out of the story about Clarence Thomas, his buddy,
mate.
Mr. Harlan Crow down in Texas down here,
Right?
has a private collection of Hitler memorabilia.
Oh, right,
Yes.
I
Two of his
see that,
paintings, a signed copy of Mein Kampf. Really?
A dinner set with a swastika on it.
Yes.
It is the.
Think
He is
about
the
that.
rigid
Think about that.
Nazi.
This is the guy that is treating a Supreme Court justice to trips all over the world for decades, And oh, poor old Clarence, he didn't know he was supposed to say anything about it. It's wink, wink, and all that bullshit. But then to find out that this son of a bitch is tied up with a bunch of, you only make a collection like that only if you idolize somebody, if you revere somebody. And that's
Yeah,
who I
that's
I
not
guess
about
Mr.
collecting art. That's
No,
about
it's not
collecting
about art.
artifacts.
You could buy a whole lot of art with
no,
his money. Why would he want a Hitler's art? And Hitler
And that's the
wasn't.
fact,
He
if he
was
had
an
that-
artist. That's
If
what
he
he
had
was.
that in Germany, he'd be arrested because that's illegal. Even in oddly Germany, you cannot have that stuff in your home. You cannot have a swastika or a swastika
And
flag.
yet the man that's
not
treating a
allowed.
Supreme Court justice idolizes him, evidently. That's his,
Well, this puts all his judgments from the past in doubt.
and yes,
Has he ruled in the past in favour due to these actions? Because he's indebted to certain people.
yep.
His judgments could be appealed by many people. If they had the right case against the right person, he was the deciding vote, maybe, that situation.
Well, what
But
was
I want to
this thing
know,
Oh, go
who
ahead.
do you Americans think is leaking the documents? I mean, come on.
I
Leaked
don't
documents?
know.
Is this real?
Today I heard a story where they thought it was some child of some an official of the government or something, that the child got hold of it. You start
No,
talking
no.
that, you're
What do you
pulling
think?
shit out
It's
of
a
your
joke?
ass. I don't know. I heard it
Well,
passing on the
I
news.
haven't really seen that yet. I have
Good.
not looked at
Haven't
that.
you?
I mean,
Okay,
I've
well,
heard something
yeah.
about some documents, blah blah.
Yeah,
But when they
And
say
it's
that,
because they were
Which
crumpled up.
military stuff. It's military stuff. That's what we hear in
It's
Australia.
a lot of
It's-
information that's out there, evidently. And
well,
yeah, they
yeah,
need to
'cause
get
see,
a
I
handle
thought it
on
was
that
a
and
little
find out
bit
where it
of,
come from.
the Pence Biden stuff that somebody squeaked out there, but
Well,
I don't know.
I was talking to Marcia about, like any problem, you reverse engineer something. If they had something that Donnie had classified, reverse engineering how that information come about could be done. Anyway, that's just
Yes.
my head working overtime. Let me send out
It's leaked on purpose just to blow a hole in something
Yeah.
somewhere, because that's what they do.
That's exactly what they do. Let me
Just
think.
like the whole subpoena, the whole brag thing. Like, come on, really?
Yeah, really.
It haven't even started, and you want to shut it down? No, I don't think so.
Jack it off, Jordan. Michael
Yeah, come
Johnson
on.
just came in the room with $2 and said, Bragg suing Jack off Jordan, laughing my freaking ass off. Fuck Trump. Fuck Abbott. Justice, baby. Indeed, Michael. And on that note, Michael, since you brought it to my attention, let me put this little note out there. If I hit the right one. I did hit the right one. We are having our Blue Dot Family meetup in San Antonio on May 19th, 20th, and 21st. And just want to let everybody know that Travis and I have made our reservations at the Courtyard by Marriott. It's I think it's on West Shop.
Where is it? Where is it? I want to be. I'll be there. Where is it? I'll
It's
try and
in
be
San
there.
Antonio. You land, we'll be there to get you. Don't worry about what.
I can't catch a bus.
Yeah, you can catch a bus. Bring a snorkel.
submarine. Catch
Bring
a
a snorkel. A
submarine.
long one, Dave. A long one. You're gonna need it, brother. But no,
Okay.
Just snorkel out there and put your thumb up. Maybe somebody will pick you up.
pick you up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I reckon $3,000 will get me there, but it won't get me back though.
Yeah. Well,
No.
you just have to stay, Dave.
Yep, have to stay
Yeah.
and work it off. And
Yep.
get
No,
back
no,
eventually.
not until you sort your shit out over there, guys. You need to work on that some
We're
shit
working
over
on it,
there
brother.
first.
We're working on it. We're
I know
trying.
you are.
We're trying.
Hey, listen, what do you think about this thing about the Dalai Lama saying to this young
Oh,
boy,
please,
"Suck
David.
my tongue"?
Oh, why'd you bring
Yeah, what
that
is
up,
that
Dave?
all about?
I don't know.
Yeah, what is that?
Now, y'all know my
What the
religious
fuck?
beliefs or lack thereof, but in my
Well, maybe
life,
someone in the
I
someone in the chat can tell us. Maybe they got an idea what it's all about.
Could it be that
Suck
the
my
Dalai
tongue.
Lama's getting senile? Or-
Could be.
they're
be.
playing it off. The Dalai Lama's staff, I guess, is playing it off as he was joking with the child, and
But I
it's
have
just
heard
the way
that he's a
he
jokester.
did it.
so-
Though he stuck his tongue out. Here, suck my tongue. No,
But he's a Dalai Lama. You don't joke
I
that
don't
like that
know.
with kids.
you know what I. If you, this is
You
what
know?
I told Marcia, that if you would have told me that morning, hey, the Pope did extra to the kid. Oh man, boy, howdy shit. If you
Right.
would have told me, well, some Baptist preacher did this, oh, look at that, it's happening again. But the Dalai Lama, my immediate reaction was, what? What? Holy
You
shit.
thought you had a tongue. You thought you had a tongue in your ear, didn't you? You couldn't hear right.
Yes, I had, I'm not a big religious guy, but I always thought the Dalai Lama, was, Mitch, help me out here, brother, And by the way, Mitch, what the hell are you
He
doing?
might know.
Last I seen him, he was island hopping out there. What are you doing here?
Hey, we're on our way back. We're on a plane, but we're going our last leg to Pittsburgh. But now we're stuck. We're waiting for the mechanics to look at the plane.
Oh, you're in purgatory.
Oh, in
Yeah.
purgatory.
That's no place.
Well, tell him to
Well,
look
we-
damn good at the
While
plane.
while we got you, Mitch, can you tell us? Do you know anything about the Dalai Lama and tongue sucking?
Yeah.
Okay. You heard?
It wasn't. My understanding is that kissing the tongue is very common in Tibet, and it's
Kissing.
really nothing weird or sexy.
That's what somebody had. I mean, I heard that same report as with them also
Kind of like
saying
rubbing
that he.
noses if you're an Eskimo or something.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
I'm sorry, it blew me
Consider
away
it a
by,
blessing.
really, what? Because it doesn't
Yeah,
sound,
there's no sucking of tongue. That's just
he wasn't asking for a French kiss. I don't know.
No.
So. Mitch,
somebody
Well, you
type-
must
You
question
and Julie-
who's reporting it.
Yeah. Who's
Mitch,
reporting it?
you and Julie look like you have been having a fantastic time.
Yeah, we were having a great time up until about a half hour ago.
Oh, well, all good
Oh.
things
I
must
was-
come to an end,
we
my
came-
friend.
We came back to the gate. We're just waiting to see our fate.
But other than
That's
that, have
We
you,
had a
it looks like you did a lot of island hopping, buddy.
Oh yeah, we started off in Puerto Rico. We went to Aruba, Bonaire, Curacao, St. Lucia, and St. Kitts, and then
Oh,
back
had
to
it.
Puerto Rico. And man, it was hot everywhere we went. Stifling, sun beating down on you hot.
Yeah, you get near that equator, boy. It's just melty.
And that was the furthest south I've ever been. We actually made it to the 10th parallel. Never.
Was it muggy?
still haven't quite
Muggy?
crossed- Oh, it's very muggy everywhere. There's no relief. Just everywhere.
Big humidity.
I think you'll be cooling off here pretty soon, Noah, when you get back to Pittsburgh.
You're right.
Let me see.
Assuming we get back, yeah.
Yeah, we'd like that.
Oh, yeah, it's probably in the 60s back in Pennsylvania.
I'm zooming
Yeah,
in.
Well, you're in springtime now, aren't you guys?
Yep.
Okay. Warming up.
No, John's in
Then you'll be
summer.
then you'll
I
be
think.
saying. Then you'd be saying, "Oh, it's fucking 101. I'm dying."
Yeah,
Every, you know, we all do it. We all do it. We hate the summer because it's too fucking hot. We hate the winter, it's too cold. We're just never happy, are we?
No,
Never.
we're not. We got to be
No, I'm
bitching
just
about
hoping-
something all the time.
I'm just hoping they can turn the plane off and turn it back on again, and everything will be fixed.
Oh,
It must
reboot
have.
that plane?
Did the check engine light come on? Did it?
That must be it. Yeah.
that must be it. Pardon me, I am distracted momentarily, because I
Well-
don't know where I am.
Does anybody know whether the Justin Pearson has been brought back?
He will. I think he's due to come back tomorrow. I
I-
mean, the vote on him will be tomorrow, won't it?
Oh, I thought it was today. Okay.
No, we know that. We know that Justin Jones. I
Yeah,
was
he
I was
was-
so tickled to death with that
Yeah, they voted on him, yesterday, right?
yesterday, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, you
That was just an
sorry
act of
sucker, you.
racism. So racist.
Oh, it was. Well, it was
Okay.
double. It
The
was
one-
racist and it was, Democrats.
Oh.
So they were,
Our news stations even report it as suspiciously racism, that sort of stuff. They wouldn't say it was
It
an actual.
wasn't suspicious at all. It was
No,
blatant.
no,
Okay.
yeah.
No suspicion.
Let me put this quick little notice out because Tony DiPaolo noticed in the rock in the chat that there were several hotels in San Antonio. The one we are going to be staying at is called the Courtyard by Marriott. It's at the corner of West Cesar Chavez Boulevard and South Santa Rosa Avenue. That's where we will be. So put that on your calendar. It's the closest I could get to where Carolyn and John Matjesco are going to be spending their time at. They're going to be at at a hotel on the Riverwalk. So I'll have to take a little ride over two of them, but we're going to get there. Anyway, I just saw that notice out there or seen Tony ask, and so I wanted anybody in the San Antonio area, but come on down. We're going to be there.
Well, they just announced they think they can fix it, so we might just be stuck here for a little while.
Oh, hell. Are they providing refreshments? No.
They're providing air conditioning. I guess that's
something to be thankful for at least.
Have you got Wi-Fi happening?
Evidently.
No, we're parked at the gate, so I'm just on regular old 645. Whatever.
Have you been keeping up with the news here in the States?
Yeah, I've been trying to ignore it for my own sanity.
Yeah. It's hard to get away.
To avoid.
Did you see old Kid Rock blasting beer, baby?
Well, you know what's funny
I
about
posted that
John?
I posted that in the chat room. That was
They're
quite
supposed to be-
sickening.
Well, they're supposed to be boycotting it, but yet they keep buying it by the case so they can blow it up. It's
I
like,
saw
okay,
that.
you're still
Yeah, well,
buying it,
The
guys.
sales of Bud Light is going up because the rednecks are going out there buying the beer so they could go blow it up. And let's do another take. They run down and buy some more, I guess.
Right?
I'm
And they're
loving
not
it.
even drinking it
Shoot,
'cause
that's
they're-
bullshit. They drink the beer, refill it with water and piss in it or whatever, and then they shoot that.
Probably
I
so.
don't know.
I can't
They're
think
still
any of them
drinking it,
wasted beer. But yeah, they got a story in there how it backfired on them. Have you seen all the memes across social media that people
yeah.
have generated, with his likeness? They're having a ball with it. He's gay.
Yeah.
He's gay. Kid Rock is gay. I seen it on the social media. I seen the picture, man. Come on, come out of the closet, kid. We'll accept you on this side, buddy. You don't have to hide in the closet anymore. If you're gay, you're gay. It's fine.
Oh, well, hey, while it's in my mind, did some other bastard of a freaking whoever it was switch parties or switch allegiance from Democrat to Republican? Another one?
Another
That
one?
was in, well, that was.
Another one?
Are you talking about the one in South Carolina?
Oh,
There is
Mr.
one.
Chip,
Was it South Carolina, North Carolina? I can't remember which Carolina it was. I thought it
I
was
think
North.
it was South.
Was it South?
Yeah. I don't know.
The lady,
I'll
Some
look
woman.
it up.
the lady that switched
Yeah, it was
parties.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I'm wondering how many friggin' sleepers have they got? I mean, this is how they could sneak in. They could get a lot of people to run as Democrats in blue states,
Well-
but really be Republicans and do the switcheroonies.
It'll happen.
Look at Joe Manchin up there.
We're gonna just have to do really good homework on these people.
It pisses me off
Exactly.
because this lady, she just got elected a few months ago. So you're telling me within the time span of 6 months, you don't recognize the Democratic Party that you just ran in? It's a lie. I think it's just plain and simple. She's getting paid off, is what I think. She is getting paid off somehow, is what I believe.
Well, $1
And
million
speaking of
is
Christian
nothing.
Cinema.
Huh?
I said, speaking of Christian cinema.
Yes. Somebody who's, she's
She
not.
has.
Go ahead.
Well, she has an opponent running against her. Of course, she's independent now, so
Right.
a whole bunch of people can run against her. But it's Arizona Sheriff Mark Lamb.
Mark Lamb.
We don't want him. We don't want him. He's a Trumper thumper.
Oh, is he?
Yes.
Yeah. No. We don't want his ass. I'm not familiar with him at all, really. But isn't
But
there?
I do know-
There's already a Democrat on the ticket.
There is.
Yes.
There's a Democrat, Ruben
That's him.
Gallego,
Gallego.
I think.
Ruben
Yeah.
Gallego. Yes. He's
Yes,
running.
so we gotta.
And I
We gotta
think he
put
stands
the
a
good
good
word.
chance of because Christian Cinemas, again, what is she doing? I don't recognize the Democrat. Kiss my ass.
I think
What she's trying to
senile
do is
too.
ride the
She
rail.
doesn't know who she is anymore.
Well, she's in Arizona. She knows what kind of state it is.
Let me tell you, if that was a state of mind of someone who was genuine and looking after their people, they wouldn't have switched parties or would have gone independent and sat there.
Exactly.
You don't jump
You
the
don't
fence
jump from
completely.
one to the other saying, I
But
don't.
you can't get
No.
elected in very often in any of the states if you're independent. You have to be
You
in a
would-
small state like Vermont or
Yeah, but
something
you
like
know,
that.
it would be for integrity reasons. But what's integrity nowadays in politics?
It's nothing.
It's nothing.
It's all about how much money you make when you're
Indeed.
done with politics.
Speaking of integrity, Michael Johnson just came in the room with another $2 and said, "How much shit is Clarence in? I'm a bud drinker. Fuck Trump and fuck Abbott." Yeah, how much trouble is he in? You know, now who is it? Somebody's already requested a House investigation. Somebody on our side has already requested an investigation.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I
It was
can't
a.
either. I'm
Oh,
telling
it's Cortez, isn't it? Or
AOC.
No.
yeah, AOC.
AOC was harping it, but I don't think she's the one that filed it.
Oh, she isn't. I thought she did file.
Maybe
Maybe
she
not.
did. Maybe it is. Maybe it is, and I just don't got my head up my butt, which is possible. Like I said,
Those
I
evil
just came in. Right.
Democrats always investigate.
I'm telling you, Joe. We investigations galore, brother. How are you?
I am doing fine, despite the fact that I've been working like a dog.
Why you been working like a dog, Joe?
Well, after the Easter party,
Oh,
everybody disappears.
ain't that some shit?
It's one of those things.
They just leave eggshells
Um,
everywhere, and you got to pick it up, huh? Oops.
Okay.
You're breaking
Didn't
up, Joe.
recognize.
Trisha Cotham, that's what her name was. Thank you,
got-
Maria Betancourt. She's the one that switched over
in
to the
one spot.
Republican.
Thank you.
Wait,
So that's
what?
two. That is two.
Yes,
Oh.
that she switched parties right after she got elected.
Yeah.
Would you explain that to me? If
Yeah.
it's not a
And
payoff of
one of them, by doing it, gave the Republicans total power
So
in
she
some
went from
houses.
Democrat.
switched to Republican, yes.
So she went from Democrat to Republican.
Yes.
Oh, well, that's just the Republican way to slide their way
Hey.
in.
Lie, cheat, and steal. And to
That's
me,
right.
that's what Republicans have turned themselves into. They're nothing but liars, cheats, and thieves.
They always have been.
Indeed,
They just
maybe
used
I'm
to
just
be
waking
better
up.
at it.
I guess they used to be better at it, hiding it. Now they don't give a shit.
There's no hiding
and it doesn't
anymore.
matter what it is. I think
That's right.
I think they've waded
they are
into the
above
wrong.
law.
I think they waded into the wrong fight with the abortion issue. With this judge up in
Yeah.
Amarillo, Texas, throwing that decision out to try to stop the pill. Oh
It's
boy!
an attack on women, John.
It
It's an
is.
attack on women.
It is. It's an attack
Yeah.
on human rights. You know, we could get into the abortion discussion on you know the legalities of it, but they're trying to push it farther. Next thing you know, they're going to come after the pill.
They've already they've already shot up abortion doctors.
And now we have states.
Make a child carry a child from incest. Remember that case?
Yes.
They wanted that child. That's just beyond belief. You know, that is far extreme. That's
Hey.
just sick.
Well,
Yeah, that's some
the
good
idea that they're banning there's
Thank you,
two meds
Remixtress.
that you take if you're having a chemical abortion. One of them causes the abortion. The other one helps relieve the pain because it's the most horrendous cramps ever, right? You know,
Right.
they're very painful.
Yep.
And they're eliminating, I think, that one. The one
That's
that helps to eliminate the painfulness of it.
It's not only to prevent a
But that
pregnancy, but
medicine
it's
is
also
used for women with fibroids and other
medical
medical
conditions,
problems.
and women that have gone through an accidental miscarriage. They
Yes,
prescribe this pill.
or
Uh,
atopic
I'm good.
pregnancies
I gotta
and all
jump
sorts
off.
of things.
you got
Sorry
to.
to
What's up,
interrupt.
mate?
I got to. Lane is sick. I'm gonna jump off.
Nope.
Good talking to you guys. Love you, Blue Dot family. We'll see you when
Have
we
a
get
safe
back.
flight.
Have a safe trip, Mitch. We'll see you when you get back. Give Julie our
Bye-bye.
best, brother.
Be careful.
All right.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. I've been watching him on Facebook. As he's
Up and away.
been posting pictures. Him and they were somewhere having coffee for breakfast or something. I wrote to him. I said, "Why do I think my coffee tastes like swill compared to what you're drinking?" So, anyway,
But I thought
These
there
people
was
that
a,
switch, these people that switch parties. Sorry, Mr. Chick, but I just wanted to say that these people that switch parties, I call them moles.
moles.
You know, moles.
What's a mole?
Well, a mole is. Don't remember World War II? They had, and World War One, I think they had moles where they were classed
Oh, a
as either
mole.
one spies.
Yes,
Yeah,
Moles.
like a
Yeah.
spy.
that's all
They
right.
put
That's,
them in.
MOLES, moles.
yeah,
Yeah.
moles.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you, Mr.
They would
Chick.
put
Yes.
them in the camps, right? To find out
Yeah.
what the
Yeah.
To
Spies.
find out what the prisoners are going to do. Yeah.
Let
yeah.
me see.
And
Let's
they go sneak.
let's welcome Angie into the room. Angie, are you with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
How
I
are
was
you
just
doing, dear?
listening. I'm doing good. I know here in Tennessee, like in Davison County, we got some moles that'll
Do
run
you?
as a Democrat when they're straight up Republican. Yeah,
You have
But
to
But you know
watch
who
who
they
you
are,
vote for.
right? That's what we need to
I
know.
yeah, we know some of them. But it's just ridiculous what's going on
You
around
know,
here.
you guys are under attack from within, and it's a very
On a lot
sneaky.
of different
quiet-
fronts, Dave. On a lot of
Yes,
different
yes.
fronts.
Look at what Trump has done to your SCOTUS. I mean, your SCOTUS is totally fucked because of Trump. No other reason. And because of the GOP placing their people in there. No other reason.
How they got the majority.
Yeah.
It's how they got the majority. Liars,
There's a
cheats,
couple that are
and
in there that we didn't
thieves.
put in there that are skunks.
But all of the White House departments, all infected. The FBI is infected. The Secret Service is infected. He's got moles everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to argue that he
And-
doesn't. Because Trump loyalists are still in the government. That's their guy. They have the
Heck,
right, the political right to
But his
support who
numbers
they
are
want.
dropping, John.
Huh?
The Secret
His,
Service is
number,
infested.
his numbers are dropping. I mean, the latest
Oh, they're-
survey says
yeah.
that 60% of people, 65 or 64% say, yeah, he's guilty. Yeah, he done it. And there was 15% that said, well, you know, don't know,
Right.
undecided.
Oh, no, have no
And there was
doubt the
that-
majority of Americans think he's guilty. The majority of Americans want him prosecuted. But the majority of the Republican Party favor him. That's
So
that's
you
what
are
it
gonna
is. So when you
damage
see
your
the number,
country.
He
you know,
is still just simply the distraction.
he is.
That's all
He's a-
he is.
But he's the
Yeah,
biggest
correct,
distraction
Mr. Chick,
amongst the
yes.
Republicans. That if
It's-
they keep saying if you know within the Republican primaries, there's too many on the list, he's going to win.
Yeah, but
He's
it's
their
the state
Frankenstein.
houses and senates that we have to watch.
It is
We have
indeed.
to flip
But-
the state.
It
um,
is.
He is, isn't he? He's the
Not about-
Frankenstein.
What's in Washington right now? We
Yes.
have to make sure our states stay sovereign because they're trying to put fascism everywhere in every state.
You know, with the recent tragedies both in Tennessee and now in Kentucky, I think that's this is really going to start moving the needle. I think more towards the Democratic side of the fence.
And I hope so.
And they're not going to give away get rid of their guns, but they're this country it is coming to that pinnacle of we have to do fucking something because even the
Not getting rid of
politicians
the
are,
guns, John.
huh?
It's not getting rid of the guns because it's never
Yeah.
going to happen in America. Not in our lifetime. It's about controlling who has those guns, who's got access to those guns, who can buy these guns.
And no matter what we
That's
do,
what it's all
Dave,
about.
the guy that shot up the bank, he just bought the gun on April 4th. He's a law-abiding, red-blooded American citizen I can buy. He hasn't done anything illegal with that gun until he walked in that bank. And that's the way it is with every one of these shooters. Oh, I didn't do
start
nothing.
there,
I just
though.
need 1,000 rounds of ammo real quick.
Well,
Yeah.
how
You know-
about that guy that killed up here in Texas? They want to pardon him.
Yes.
That's very
That's-
good.
Yeah, we were talking about that before,
Yeah, we were
mate.
talking
and
about
it's,
that earlier. That
It's
it's disgusting.
it's a slap in the
Well,
face of justice.
Well, let me
It
tell you
This
what
is
the
what it's
slap-
all about, though. You see, you're going to damage your country if you don't prosecute all these bastards that back Trump and involved in this shit. Your country will be damaged. It's bad for your
It's
country if
already
you
been
don't enforce
damaged.
the
We're
law.
trying to salvage it from
who
the damage
it
that's already
is.
been done. Angie, you were going to say?
We're
You
working
can't-
on it.
you
Dave.
can't
We're
be-
working on it.
I don't know if y'all have seen it yet, but on the news tonight, Lee come out and said he's in favor of having some kind of
Gun
red
reform.
flag as
Right.
red flag
did
as
hear
far
that,
as
yes.
mental illness. And you know that House Speaker and some of them Republicans that was responsible to kicking them two boys out,
Right.
they already come up against him and said, "Oh, he's just caving into that da 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 da." And I'm thinking, we just had these people die. Not only that, but just over in Kentucky, which is not that far away from us. And y'all have the nerve. I mean,
Yeah.
just out and out, just right there. Don't care,
They don't.
It's just amazing.
They don't.
In the
Which way you
meantime, the some of the journalists are starting to poke around in some of those guys' personal
yeah.
dealings.
I
Yeah.
love it too.
Yeah,
Love it.
let's do that. Let's poke around and see,
Well, let
Yeah.
me see what one person found out about one of them. I think I've got something here. Let me just dig into my.
while you're digging into
Email.
that, let me thank Michael Johnson, who came in again 3 times in a row here with $2 and said, Republicans are losing moderates, maggoteers, fuck Trump and fuck Abbott. He puts that on every one of them. I
Okay.
love it. So,
Update.
update.
Tennessee speaker admits his family lives hours away from the district he represents.
Well, pray
Another
tell.
one.
Is
Pray
he
tell.
kind of cheating here? Is he lying to his constituents
Right.
about where he lives?
Pretty much.
I swear
Does
to
it?
God, if someone sat down and read the list of everything that the Republicans have done
Yes.
against the law or skirt the law, it would take a 20-minute session
It'd take
to
longer than
read
that.
the list.
It'd take
Yeah.
a 2-hour special on 60 Minutes or some shit to get into
My
all the crap
God.
that they have done.
I mean, to top it off, he has a place in Nashville. He's supposed to be from Crossville, right?
All right.
Uh-huh.
He
I
hasn't
know where
paid his
Crossville
property
is.
tax. He hasn't paid his
Oh,
property
yeah.
taxes in 2 years in Crossville,
I heard about
and
that.
he doesn't hardly ever visit there either. He's
What does
always
that
in
matter?
Nashville.
As long as, he says he represents those people, he doesn't want to live amongst them. Are you shitting? Have you been in that
Yeah.
neighborhood?
I guarantee you, if I didn't pay my property taxes for 2 years, they'd already have.
They'd
me
have
with
my
the
house.
auction.
They'd have my
Yeah.
fucking house.
Yeah.
I'd be out on the
For
street.
sure.
If I did half of
For
the
sure.
shit that these people get away with, every one of us would be in the jail. That's you're right. Our country is at a crossroads. We're at a pinnacle here of deciding shit or get off the pot. We have to do something, or this shit it will go downhill.
It's not as if you're fighting 60% or 50% or 40% or even 30% of the country. You're probably not even fighting 5% that'll get out and do another. Look, there'll be no more January 6th, but that's obviously happened. When he got indicted, it was like just hot air, nothing. It was just nothing. It just showed how much support he's really got. He's fucked the Proud Boys in the backside. He's done over the other Looney Tunes. The what's the other mob there, Mitchy Chick? Proud Boys and the other bullies.
Keepers.
That's
The
it.
Oath Keepers and
Oath Keepers.
Proud
Oath Keepers,
Boys
right.
and
He's-
I
he's-
can't. Yeah.
They're dumb, but they're not stupid. They know that he's
3%ers.
done nothing for them.
got all
He's
sorts
done
of
nothing
nicknames
for them.
themselves. No,
He put them in jail. He's put them in jail and he's made
Yep.
millions out of it. I'd be sitting in the cell thinking, hang on, he's raising
Yeah.
millions and millions, and I'm sitting
and
here
you're
in
sitting in
fucking
jail.
jail.
He
Yep.
plays them for suckers. He
Yep.
always has since the day he threw his hat in the ring. Even before that. I mean, his whole life
But
is
he's
nothing
lost
but
then,
one
John.
big fucking scam anyway.
Bingo.
If you look at
Did you
his
see
whole
the lady
fucking
on
life,
Fox?
you
Did
know,
you see the co-host on Fox, John, get very stunned look from the other four people on the table, and one of the people on the table she was talking with, the round table, was Judge Ginny.
Judge Wino.
Nuts, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Judge Wino, I
And this
call her.
woman, on this Fox roundtable, says, "Listen, no, hang on a second. He did break the law. Let's get this right. We can't defend criminal actions." She almost sounded like she was getting Fox out of a hole, so to speak. But she was saying, now, let's look at the other side of it. You've got Ivanka, who made triple figures, double whatever,
Dare you
while
say.
she's in the White House, and Jared Kushner, $2 billion, and the other guy, $1 billion. She said, this is not right, and we've got to face that. And their faces, mate, were stone cold solid.
Yeah.
Now, I seen this clip from Brian Tyler Cohen thing, and he pointed out, how Fox is still doing the wrong thing, but they're sort of like,
I can't
they're
wait.
not pulling the anchors off the air like they used to.
I
It's
can't wait for
breaking
the
up.
Dominion case to hit top news. I really
Well,
can't.
they've just settled another case this week, very quietly. You may not know, but they settled a case this week under the table, and I think it was that woman that was suing them for wrongful dismissals.
The producer
Yeah,
that got fired. Yeah.
They
Did
didn't want
settle
her
with
on the stand. Yes,
Really?
they settled. They didn't want her on the stand.
No,
They
they
did
don't.
not want her.
They don't want
they
Rupert
shut her
Murdoch on the stand either. That's how come I keep wondering, are they going to settle this shit?
It's like this Trump thing with the Stormy Daniels. This was all part of a big plan, if you guys remember, catch and kill, that he had a certain media company looking out for bad stories about Trump, catching them, killing them, going out to see the people, paying them off, or whatever. Remember that catch and kill?
Yes. Yeah, with
That's illegal.
David Pecker from the, yes.
It's illegal.
Well, that's why we're all in court. That's why we're all in court up in New York with the lying on the
John,
documents case.
I don't think you should be in fear of any violence from that side. You might have a couple of nut jobs that were going to walk around with their guns and do some stupid stuff. And you know what? If they want to walk around in open carry, you stupid fool, you do that. Because someone was killed in America this week, walking around with an open carry gun.
The case we're talking about, and we have to be honest, the guy that was killed up in Austin, the case that we're talking about earlier, where Abbott wants to pardon the guy, that protester who was supporting Black Lives Matter brought an AK-47 to the event and was walking with open carry. Just put that out there. Because what the fuck could go wrong? It doesn't matter what fucking side you're walking on. It doesn't matter if you're the protester or the ones that are pissed off at being president. You start introducing weapons on either fucking side, gee, I wonder what will happen. And we've seen it. We've seen it with Kyle Rittenhouse, and now we've seen it down here. It's the same sickness that this country has, idolizing a weapon.
This guy was shot because a cop was in fear of... It was a female police officer, by the way, that shot him. Because he had the gun exposed on his hip. He put the hand on his gun. So she shot him. He was probably feeling the gun to check it was still there. You want to open carry? Go for it.
That's what this guy was saying. That I wish I had that damn my book in here. He said he shot him before he could get a bead on him, before he aimed at him. Well, if he ain't aiming at you, why are you shooting him?
You put in cops' lives in
right
danger.
to open carry. That's what it is. It doesn't matter. If both people have guns, somebody's going to get shot. Who's quicker on the draw? That's what I mean. If that whole situation was turned around the other way, and the Black Lives Matter protester shot that guy, and killed him, do you think Abbott would be up there advocating for him to be pardoned? Fuck no. This has nothing to do with the law and everything about politics. And my governor's willingness to kiss Tucker Carlson's ass, to lick his butt right after a good crap. That's what my governor's doing. He's a worthless piece of shit who does nothing
That's
but.
a little graphic.
He is. It's how I feel.
Thanks for putting that
Not
in
on
my
the
head,
right, not on the left, right in the groove, baby. That's what he is. He's a piece of shit who does nothing but play these stand-up grandstand, whether it be busing migrants to Martha's Vineyard or whatever. If Greg Abbott can get out there and make a clown out of himself and get attention, that's what he's going to do. That's my governor. A piece of shit who'd rather play games with social issues than solve this anyway.
How's Beto O'Rourke going?
What's that?
How's Beto O'Rourke going?
You know, I haven't had a chance to look into Beto here lately. I have not heard anything about, his.
See, that's what you need in Texas. You need
Lord,
that in
we
Texas.
need a man
You
like
need
that in
Beto.
Texas. We do.
You know what I'd like to see?
What's that, Angie?
I'd like to see one of those boys that stood up end up being governor in this state.
In Tennessee, there. Yes.
Yeah.
I'll tell you
know.
what. I can't remember which one it was now. Please forgive me. It was either Justin Jones or Justin Pearson who gave a speech in the well of the Tennessee House. And when he got done, Travis said the same thing. Marsh, I'm ready to vote for that guy for president. Is he running
That's
yet?
right.
He was
Was that
inspiring.
the speech? Was that the speech where he said, "This guy, something, no investigation. He still sits in the house. This guy,
Yes, they
pedophile,
pointed
still
out,
sits in the house."
pissed on chairs in there.
Great speech. Great speech.
Taking bribes, being a pedophile. None of that got their ass thrown out.
All right.
But-
I think that was the first one. That wasn't Pearson. It was
Jones.
Jones.
Yeah.
Well, that went viral over here in Australia. If that was just pumping around the news station.
Oh, I
in
saw the
Australia.
speech
Oh,
that
God.
Pearson gave from his father's church, where his father is a pastor. He gave a sermon from that pulpit up there that was enough to get me. Yeah, I'm ready to move to Tennessee and vote for that guy. Inspiring.
Yeah, I saw him on the floor when he was going through his bit.
Yeah.
And I mean, he set the guy. It was Farmer that brought the thing, and he set Farmer on his butt. I was like, he talked just like MLK,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and I was literally. That's the reason I was
He
late
did.
getting in here because
Yes,
I was like,
He
I
was
up
telling
screaming like, yeah,
the
yeah.
movement lives or dies in Memphis.
I had
Farmer
visions
was doing
of
the
this
hubbada,
old-
hubbada, hubbada.
Habba habba.
I had the visions of the old 60s, black and white and some colour, of the Martin Luther King speech and other black activists. And this guy, when he was talking, he had the hairdo from the period. He had the dress from the period. He looked like he's just popped out of the 50s and 60s. I mean, it was just so. And I thought, fuck, how far backwards has America gone when this is happening? Start again. Rinse, repeat, wash, rinse, repeat.
Right.
Yeah. You know,
I've even watched some old episodes of All in the Family, just restreaming it, and Meathead and Archie would argue about
Right.
stuff, and it's like we're still having this same conversation. I mean, come
all
on.
these years later, we're still having
Yeah.
we're still having the same fight.
Because nothing's changed.
It
Nothing
seems like
really
we
changed.
moved the marker so many miles, but we moved it nowhere.
Nope.
Gone
Didn't give it an
backwards.
inch.
You know.
See, some lady was interviewed in one of these mega things. She wasn't a nutcase. She was an actual GOP supporter, but she had a brain. But only half a brain because what she said was that the reason Trump was strong amongst them was that it's not we know he's a con man, but he was the only man that had things on the table that we were concerned with, which was borders, immigration, expenditure, and something else. She never rattled off racism and all that stuff, but she skirted the line with border, immigration, and so forth. But which is all the things Trump had, but they're very communist things. She was obviously not a true Democrat, but she was concerned with that freaking immigration and the border, the crap he started on in 2016. That's what she was still going on about, you know. Oh, corruption. That was the other one she said. Well, fuck. She just rattled off the GOP party.
Yeah.
Everything they do.
Yeah, ain't that the
Just
truth?
Pick a name, correct?
Yeah, pick a name.
Correct.
You know,
Correct, Mr. Chick.
it's gone. It's that whole side has gone off the deep end since Trump came on. I mean, it to me, looking back over my life, I remember Reagan coming in, and to me, that was the big change. The Republican Party changed when Reagan came in. Reaganomics and all that stuff, religious rights started coming in, but it has progressed. When it got to George W., I thought that was the worst that we could get right there. He started a war in Syria for pure profit. It was a contractors' war to make money. That's what it was.
And he attacked the wrong country after 9/11.
But it was easy to do it because by this point they have already learned how to sell shit to the Republicans, how to stimulate the red-blooded true American, how to pump him up to do the wrong thing.
With weapons
It's
of mass
easy to
destruction
sell
that
it
weren't
to 'em.
there.
And Trump came along and capitalized on that to the max, baby. So everything that they have is an emotional issue to the right. Education. Let's get rid of these books. They're disgusting. My child's going to turn into a gay transvestite. Anything that
What do
they
you
can
think
come
would
at.
happen with Miller? With Miller as an advisor, what do you think was going to happen? That Miller is a Nazi.
Evidently, I'm sure that
He's
Miller
straight up Nazi.
has been to that Crow Fellows guy in Dallas to go see the Hitler collection, I'm sure.
Oh, he's so Nazi.
Yeah.
He's either Nazi or an alien, one or the other.
What
but
I just wonder how I'd like to have been a fly on the wall for that 6 hours today he was in front of the grand jury today. And now,
nice.
Donnie Boy's trying to go to the court to try to keep Pence from testifying. Pence already said, "Yep, I'll testify. Let's go." And Donnie's
He's not
going,
going to
"No,
give
no,
him
no,
a
no, no."
defense, though. He's just going to.
he's actually sued. He's actually put a. I don't know what it is. It's on the Midas Touch that Trump is suing someone to stop Pence from testifying.
Yes, they're trying to
Pence knows
stop.
too much.
Yes, he knows too much. And right at this point,
He also doesn't say anything.
well, that's what I'm hoping. though. I hope
He's a good
Pence has
Christian,
seen
though.
has seen the Lord.
Oh,
is-
right.
I-
I'd like
you
to
know,
see his closet.
If he is really, if he is forced to
Yeah.
testify, not on his thing, he's just abiding by the law. I got to testify. Well, it would be to his benefit to go in there and tell the truth. Donnie's still a big
he may
player in the
incriminate
field, baby.
himself.
You want to start making it? You thinking about running again, Mike? You better start making your moves now, buddy.
Yeah, but snitches get stitches, John.
Well, that's true. Donnie would smack him upside the head, but Donnie's going to smack them all upside the head. Anybody that runs, Donnie is going to
Don't
smack.
insult me, Donnie. Don't insult me, Donnie. Don't lie
He's-
about me, Donnie.
Donnie's running ads against
give me a
DeSantis
friggin'
now,
break.
saying that he's not mature enough yet. He's not ready to be president. Have y'all seen those ads?
He's lost his
Yeah,
fucking
paid
marbles,
for by
mate. He's
MAGA.
so much under pressure. He's cracked. He's cracked. He's attacking everyone and everything.
Everybody, he will. He
Um,
will continue to attack everybody that says a word about him. And they
You know what's
have
gonna
no
come in
choice.
next
I
thing?
mean, if they're going to run for president, then run for president. Nikki Haley is still beating around the bush. Well, I don't want to say no. No, he's not a bad guy. We kind of bullshit. Point him out for what he is. If not, you're not leadership material. You're not showing leadership.
Right?
You got to stand in front, baby, if you want to lead. Not snivel in the
What
back. Come on, man. All of them are like that.
Oh,
You'll-
they're just hoping that they have a couple of lesser candidates that will keep some of the undecided people voting Republican, and then when it comes down to it, they'll all jump over and go, "Okay, I'll keep voting."
Let me read this. Smart Ass Squad just put it in the chat. Lady Lindsay needs to remember his own words. Quote, "He'll destroy the Republican Party if we let him in, and we'll deserve it."
Yes,
Well,
they do deserve it.
They do deserve it. And that's exactly what's happened since they let him in. But Lady Lindsay is still pumping up Donnie. Boo-hoo, send him money. Are you shitting me? Slap him upside the head. Come on, man.
You know, the world sees a little bit of a. There was a meme getting around couple of months ago. It went through Australia. I don't know if it went through America, but it was a little meme that Homer Simpson basically implies that Homer Simpson, being the average American, is going to cost democracy because he's just complacent and just apathetic, and someone else will vote. My vote won't count. Let me tell you, use Democrats, not just that Blue Dot family, but all Democrats need to vote in 2020. 2024, because if Donnie does get nominated, he could be re-elected, and that's the worry.
You can't
It's not,
make the bank that he won't get elected. If he
That's
gets
right.
nominated, he has a shot. And what happens then? Lord hold on to
So
your britches for one thing. But getting back to your
You need a record turnout, John. You
We
need,
need-
a record turnout.
Indeed, and it scares me when you say Homer Simpson is the average American. That scares the fuck out of me.
Well, it does.
But
It is because
I get your point about apathy, about people that they don't go to vote because it's hard here in Texas for that, because we are gerrymandered to shit the same way they're talking about Tennessee. It's gerrymandered shit. It's hard to get people to go vote when they know that no matter if they go vote or not, it's already pre-decided. And that infects
Well,
a whole
it's
state.
either that or they don't do any homework whatsoever. They just always vote that party.
You have
what has the
to.
Republican Party done for the last 8 years but attack and destroy, misdirect, misguide, mislead, and lie? They have not come up with
that
one
describes
single fucking policy
They do
for
not
the
have
people.
anything
But they're
on the
still
table for
Republican.
policy right now. Everything they have is related to social issues. But that's getting their ass in trouble. And like I said, with this pill, the abortion pill thing that they're talking about, the whole abortion issue is going to turn around and smack the Republican Party in the head, because the majority of Americans, Republican and Democrat, think that it ought to be legal and it should be accessed, and it should be considered women's health care, not your intrusion into who gets to be born. It's going to come around and smack them on the ass, and I hope it does.
And
Just-
I
It's just
can't remember
Sorry,
the name
Mitch.
of the woman. She's Republican. I don't know if she was House or Senate that actually came out just the other day or today. I can't find the article, but she was like, "Nope,
Yeah,
nope, this
I
isn't
saw
going to
that.
happen."
I saw that. It was a Republican
She
woman
was
that came
upset
out and said,
about
no, we can't do
you know,
this.
the whole Judge Kazmarek or whatever his name is, Kazmarek. Yeah. She
You
said,
know,
"This can't happen. We can't take away this medicine. No,
So
there
we-
are other reasons we need this medicine."
and what gives a judge, any freaking judge, the authority over the FDA? He's not a
Right.
doctor. He's not a scientist. He's nothing.
All of a sudden,
Unbelievable.
he's some board of whatever that says that
We're
they
supposed
did
to
their
trust his
research
ass?
wrong.
After 23 years of that medicine being on the
They have lots
And
of.
you
there seems to be a lot of abusive power going on.
you reckon?
Thank
It's a lot of that
Mis-
shit here.
misuse of power. They don't even know what their power
And
is.
yeah,
just
and interfering in other
everything.
people's departments. Interfering in other people's departments,
Yep.
I mean, I see this Jim Jordan thing as like Trump's phone call in Georgia. I just need umpteen votes. And what Jim Jordan is doing is no different. No different.
He's trying to
Well-
interfere in because somebody's trying to save Donnie's ass from this shit. And that's the weakest cases up in New York. I mean, that is the smallest case that he's facing right now. Is that one? Georgia's
Well, it's
fixing to
funny you
fall
should
next
say
month,
that.
I think. Huh?
A little political voices network. Glenn Kushner just posted 11 minutes ago. He thinks justice is coming all at once for Trump, meaning I think that Georgia and the other one are going to go within the same week,
Jack
maybe
Smith.
in the same week, bang bang, and just blow his brains.
And
with
you know what the right would
indictments.
they'd start screaming, "Oh, you're picking on him. Y'all are ganging on him and all." That's what they'll write.
Here you go, Michael
I don't
Cohen.
really give a shit
Michael
though. Let's
Cohen.
pile on.
Again, it's all a distraction. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Really.
But I am.
Let's
I
keep an
go.
eye on the rest
In
of them.
this case in New York is not a slight. It's still got some solid ground to stand on that case, and we still don't know half the evidence in that one. But the one in
Yeah.
Georgia, we don't know half the evidence, but we know enough of the evidence that we're all going, oh yeah, everybody sees it. We all know what happened. We don't know the depth of it yet. Who else was involved in discussions like that?
Texas Republican just posted. Texas Republican just posted an interview with CNN. He's fed up with women still having this debate.
Oh,
There you go.
oh, gee.
He's fed up with women having this debate.
Have we given
Yep.
him a headache, do you think?
Well, I could click on it, but I can give you his name. I'll click on it and I'll just get his name for you. But he's sick of women having this debate. Tony
I'm sure women are
Gonzalez.
sick of
Tony
him.
Gonzalez.
Don't know.
Tony
Gonzalez.
He's out of
He
Texas,
says-
ain't he?
Yes. He
Yes.
says get off. Women need to get off the abortion conversation.
You know, I would agree with that. Okay? I would totally agree with that, and I'll tell you why.
Why?
They need to shut the fun factory down.
Yep.
Period. Shut it down. You know, we can take care of ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, we don't need those as much as y'all think we do. You know, shut it down and let it go a month, and I guarantee
You think it
they'll
would be
have
a
that
month?
conversation.
You think it would take a month?
I don't think it would take a month, really. I really don't.
Oh, you got something
Oh,
going
dear.
on there.
It's well, I don't want to.
Charlie
I've had
Kirk
that
has just
thought before.
claimed.
It's just like, okay, ladies, lock the door.
Yeah, lock the door. Let's go.
Charlie Kirk just claims that gun violence may be necessary in America to sort shit out. There you go, Charlie Kirk. He's just out there.
Here's what I
shooting his
have been
fucking
saying
mouth
for
off.
a long time, and it's what I worry about. Donald Trump is not trying to win an election. He
Army?
is trying to raise an army,
Yep.
and that's what he's doing. There's not a chance in hell he's going to get elected in his eyes or in anybody else's, I think. So that's not the route he can
Yeah.
take. He wants to run so he can scream that he got cheated again, that he really did win, but here the Democrats are stealing votes and Dominion and space lasers and everything will come into play. But
Actions.
it doesn't take that many people to create great damage in this country. Do I worry
in the
about a civil
meantime,
war
we
that
have
they
this
win?
shit show
No,
of a court. We used to think there was some integrity with the Supreme Court, and now
I don't think that. Not
Nope.
anymore.
Not anymore.
I
Not for a
don't think
while.
any integrity in the court at all anymore.
Not this last
No,
couple of
not
years. No.
The three that just got ramrodded in. I'm supposed to trust that lady on the end. What's her name?
Well,
Amy?
John.
Amy Comey Barrett.
John,
Ah.
as I said to you, this makes any decisions he has made in the last umpteen years doubtful whether they're honest decisions.
Everything he
People
has done
could-
in the
people
last
could appeal.
25 years is questionable.
People could appeal this.
I
Imagine if you lost millions over from
I
a
can't
decision he
remember. I
made.
don't know which. It might be AOC has already alluded to having an investigation into Clarence
Investigation?
Thomas. Yes, a judicial investigation. I'm trying to see.
Well,
where I saw it.
they sent a letter to the Chief Justice saying that you need to sort this out within house quickly, immediately. Otherwise, we will have our own judicial hearing on this
And
particular
he pretty much
situation.
said, no, you can't do that. And it's like, what? I thought we had, a thing where the three branches were able to oversee each other so this shit couldn't happen.
Oh, Jesus Christ! I want to slap him
But
so bad. Just
it was a strongly worded letter they sent to the Chief Justice. Now, the Chief Justice can sack this guy, I believe, or he has the right to have him in, what do you call it, impeached.
The Supreme Court, I don't know.
Justice Thomas. I don't know either, Mr. Chick. I'm not American, obviously. I don't know the rules, but this is only this is a fact. The letter was sent, and it's down to them to act. I think they've got a week or two to do something with him. I don't know what the Chief Justice can do with him, but I thought he could impeach him at least.
Well, they're
Yeah, I
they're
don't-
they're
Or
probably going to
start.
try to come with a change or write some kind of ethics
Well, you're
regulation.
asking them
But
to
it's
investigate
all moot point,
themselves.
huh?
John, you're asking them to investigate themselves. What the
Yes.
fuck is that?
Exactly.
And they would be the final judge. Huh. Go figure. You know,
Exactly.
Wash, rinse, repeat. See-
my answer to the court is, I wish we would just raise the number to 13. Let's go to 13
That's what I think.
You have
Let's-
to.
let's
I
raise
think
the
so
court.
too.
because you've damaged the court. The court is out of balance, and it was done so in a way that left a bad taste in America's mouth. On two
This
of
is
them,
perfect
on
timing
two of those
for Biden.
judges. Huh?
This is perfect for Biden because he can, say the court, like you said, is damaged. It's tainted,
It is
and we
tainted,
need to level the playing field.
indeed.
Um,
And let's give Joe Biden
and
3
Biden would
picks.
be-
4.
correct.
Yeah.
But Justice Thomas could retire and solve the issue completely.
Mm.
Then Biden
Look,
will still get a pick.
Okay, it says
Yeah.
if you were wondering if it was possible to remove a Supreme Court justice after they were confirmed to their lifetime appointments, the answer is yes. The framers of the U.S. Constitution included a process to do just that. That said, it has never really been done successfully yet.
Well, let's give it another
yeah.
shot.
Well, that's what the rule's there for, whatever it is. That's what the rule's there for, to deal with corrupt Supreme Court judges.
Yeah.
You can't, they can't be above the law, for God's sake.
In this country, don't we say it all the time? Nobody is above the law, including the law, including the
Yeah.
police officers, judges. If you catch a police officer doing the wrong thing, you charge him. If you catch a governor or somebody, you charge him. A judge
So again,
And it's
it,
not-
taking a bribe,
just
charge him.
just like the other impeachments, it has to go through the House and then the Senate.
the Senate.
Everybody has to agree,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
See, in Australia, if one of the MPs, members of Parliament, which is the same as your congressmen or your senators, if one of them is done half the shit that like people like Marjorie Taylor Greene and the others have done, they would be booted out. They're guaranteed. They would be. They would sack them, and they can
Here
do
it's
that.
encouragement for the rest of them.
And they have what they call a by-election, which is a mini election in that state for that to replace that person. But if they've committed acts like what Jim Jordan has done, and what Marjorie Taylor Greene has done, incite violence, incite hate, incite racism, they would be so booted out so quickly. But we look at your country and go, fuck, you put up a lot of shit. Are these guys above the law or not? We question that. We wonder, are they above the law, or is the level of the law higher for them, meaning that we can go so far but they can go further before they get in trouble?
Well, are we a law of nations, or is that just a saying? Is that just a,
Well, we
Are
do
you a
we do have
civilized
to be
nation?
careful because there can be frivolous stuff, as we've seen, thrown at each
Of
other,
course.
and that can make it worse. So it has to be a process that's not easy.
Well, how easy would it be for you guys if both parties acted like the Democrat Party is acting at the moment, or has acted?
Well, then
If
it would be
both
one
parties
party.
had-
maybe
But no,
we
what I'm
get
saying is to conduct themselves in the same manner. No violent, no insults, and no incitement. Difference of
Again,
opinion.
it would be one party. I think. You're always going to have opposites.
well, the whole
That's what the
basic
Republicans are. They're
system
opposite of what the
is
Democrats
designed
are.
What
for
I should
opposites.
say is, without any extreme right people there or politicians, no extreme rightists.
Yeah.
You're either right or you're centre right. But there's no room in the world for extreme anymore. The world is fed up with this shit. The violence that comes from all this. The world's tired.
Weary.
And
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
I
saying?
agree.
And then there's
I
the
know.
Overton window where they're trying to move that what we consider normal and center. They're trying to move it farther and farther right.
Did anybody see
They're
the doctor
normalising
that spoke at the hospital at the press conference in?
Yes, yes.
Excuse me.
What about the NBA coach that spoke?
Yeah, that was pretty good too.
Yep. That NBA coach, he hit the. See, people are tired. Americans are getting
Yes.
fed up like every other country. Fed up with the crap, the bullshit, but the violence and not be able to walk down the street knowing that your neighbour's a Republican and an extreme
We're
rightist,
tired of
and
seeing the
you're a
news every
Democrat.
fucking day and seeing politicians up there talking about everything except what's in the news, except that what the issues that face this country. They're on some tangent.
Right.
On look at the excuse me,
They're
Nashville.
not fixing anything. They're just pointing fingers.
Nashville
like
is
they
a prime
always
example. You have a shooting, six people dead, 3 young kids, and these legislators in Tennessee stand up and speak, and they are thrown out. And where did the conversation go? It went to these 3. They were no longer talking about the shooting. They were talking about the decorum in the House, and that's what Republicans like to do. Defer it to something else. Divert it to put a distraction up. I'm sorry, I got coughing and I haven't caught my breath. Let me send out a couple of thank yous. One to Keith Thompson, who came in with a $5 donation and said, "Proverb, how will the devil come to us? In 2023, it is the GOP Republican right-wing nut jobs." Indeed, baby. They're going to sell it as patriotism. And Michael Johnson came in again with $5 and said, "Thank you, Michael." He said, "Our grandchildren are going to look back on these Blue Dot rants and know that we fought for women's and children's rights. History is on our side." Michael, thank you very much, brother. Yes, I hope so. I thought about that. This is my crowning thing of my life. I'm proud of my career in the Navy, in the Army, and this, when my kids go through the old cedar chest, long after I'm gone, I'm going to be proud of every word I spoke on this show.
And that's exactly what I tell my grandkids. I do this for you.
That's it, baby. That's what we're fighting for. I ain't going to be around to reap any benefits for what I bitch about. But we have to keep motivating people to be involved. Go ahead, Dave.
I wanted to talk about this this CHIPS Act, which I'm sure you know that at the moment 80% of the chips that are put in all appliances, computers, and all that come from China. America used to make half of them. You only make 10% these days, but you're still buying chips from China. We all are.
Everybody
the problem is we have to be very careful because this CHIPS Act that Biden wants to make their own chips and not import is very clever and smart because the Chinese are so advanced. They put all these chips and everything. They can spy on you. Some of these chips, they can have hidden programs that can listen and or see. They can activate your cameras and that. This is the problem with having your chips supplied by even your Defense Department. All your chips in those computers are Chinese fucking chips.
I'm telling you, when you go looking and digging into that
but the Republicans want to.
It's damn well scary.
The Republicans want to kill it. The Republicans want to kill it. You know why? They want surveillance on you. They know these chips can read and hear and see.
We've lost every bit of privacy that. Oh, thank you, Mark. It's time to run the credits. We have an illusion of which one is the credits? Come on. Well, send us mail.
Don't use
Not that button.
Don't use that cloud.
Oh.
The cloud is another one. You know, if they've got this thing going where you load everything up to the cloud will store everything for you. Of course it will. But who
has
looks at
access to the cloud? You know, that's the question.
Yeah.
Send
a
us
very
mail.
good hacker. Any good hacker.
Dave, I have connected to my laptop that I'm here on Discord with a 2 terabyte
four-wheel drive, and I back everything up to that. So it's in my
Yeah.
hands. I can carry it any place. But there is no
But
such thing as privacy if you're on the internet. There is
No.
nothing.
no, no,
No.
no. Correct
I
way.
think
There's
we've
nothing.
lost every bit of there it is. Every bit of privacy that we've ever. I don't know. You know, Travis tries to warn me so much about this, that, and the other, but it's you know, I've settled back into. Do I think they know everything about me? Yeah. Do I give a shit?
No.
No.
Well,
I mean, it will because it affects me in so many ways that I'm not even aware of. But as far as my political persuasion, my voice, I don't give a shit what they hear.
yeah, same here.
Hello,
Could I go to the
DJ.
Supreme Court for one? Hello, John. Could I go back to the Supreme Court for just one
Sure,
second?
go ahead.
Couple things here, maybe three things. Number one is John Adams, the second president of the United States, was this guy who was poor, but he got to be president. And he liked hanging around with the rich people. So he would actually have the streets closed down when he'd travel from DC to some other area, and it would be like a big parade of him coming through there. Well, he had a lackey on the Supreme Court. His name was Samuel Chase. And he and Samuel Chase did not like the liberal newspapers that came after John Adams. And so they shut down 30 newspapers together, him and this Supreme Court judge. Okay, another point. In 1969, Abe Fortas was drummed out of the Supreme Court by Richard Nixon. You know how?
How?
They went after his wife. Does that give you a clue how to get
Yeah,
Clarence Thomas out?
yeah. Jenny
He
Thomas.
Right.
quit so they wouldn't investigate his wife.
Well,
He
let-
left
Well, they
because
were-
he didn't want his
They were
wife
going to
be
start
indicted too much.
impeachment, and he decided to resign. Yeah.
Yeah, and because they were going after his wife. His wife was totally innocent. She hadn't done a damn thing.
well, Clarence
So-
Thomas's wife is all up involved in this shit.
Yeah, we could go after her and hang her
That's
from the
fine with
highest
me.
tree,
That's fine with me.
Yeah. you know?
But we know as a fact that Clarence Thomas isn't going to do a damn thing to resign or anything like that. As long as, yeah, he's just not going to do that.
No, he's not going to be
so-
impeached. There's no way. But if they go
He's
after
a
his
very,
wife, get him.
he's a very arrogant man. Very
Yes,
arrogant man.
He is. He likes to stay in Walmart parking lots. Really? Really?
And you know, he's defying his own
He-
people. Some of the decisions he's made have been against his own people's rights. You know,
Against civil
um,
rights, indeed. Hey,
Yep.
in some circles, brother, I'm sure money takes preference over color any day of the week.
And
Green,
that's the
green
problem.
beats black or white. You know.
Yep.
And
He's the
that's
sort of guy that if you're in a POW camp, he would be the guy that would be the snitch, the
Yeah.
mole.
Yeah, I don't trust him at all. He came under a cloud of suspicion with the Anita Bryant testimony, and when he was confirmed, you know, and he's tried to kick back and keep a low profile.
Well,
Evidently,
who
we
was-
know
believe
why.
Anita.
He's just sitting back, soaking up the money. World
I
trips
can't
every
remember, but who was Hitler's right-hand man? Because when he
Goebbels.
was in
Goering?
school,
Goebbels.
Goebel or
Goebbels.
Goering?
I think it was
Okay.
Goebbels.
Goebbels, I think. Anyway, when he was in school, his dad
That's
was
that
the
guy
head
in Dallas.
master.
He would know.
And he would go and tattle on all the other students for what they did to his dad, who was the headmaster. And he became Hitler's right-hand man. Do you
Harlan
think he was
Crow,
in
that's
Hitler's
it.
ear?
What's that?
I mean, do you think he was in Hitler's ear? Of course he was.
Yes.
And we got that kind of shit going on right now.
That's
in our
exactly
government.
what we have going on with Donnie.
Yeah.
You know, it's I don't know.
We know
buddy.
we know he's got Mein Kampf and the another book that he apparently, according to this was some years ago, according to Millennia, it's the only book he reads. He's gone to
Are
Hitler's
you talking
greatest
about
speeches.
Crow, the
another-
guy in Texas?
No, I'm talking about Donald Trump.
Oh, Trump.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
And-
he's got the book Hitler's Greatest Speeches.
I'm sure he's
Yeah,
read it
and-
cover to cover,
And
Or-
this is my
or
thing
had it
too.
read to him.
You know, when Trump was in office, he had so many private meetings with Putin,
Oh Lord.
with no
Yes.
translators. And, you know, I don't have any proof of this or anything to say, but I honestly think that he's still under Putin's thumb.
He is. I think
Doing
I
what
think
he's
he
doing.
did his best to do away with NATO, to crush NATO. That's
Right.
what that was his.
Ukraine would not be the war would not be
Ukraine-
happening in Ukraine right
Yep.
now because he would give it. to
Trump
Putin.
would have turned everything right
Comrade
over to
Trumpsky.
Putin, and still
Comrade
advocates that. What's
No,
that?
Comrade Trumpsky is all I was saying. That's what I call him when I talk about him.
Yeah. He
Or
is.
defended Trump, as Glenn Kirshner
He's
calls him.
been a
defended
Putin
Trump.
asset for long before he ran for office. Long before he stepped on
They
the
say
stage, he
1986 is when
wanted
it
to build a
started.
hotel in Moscow.
That's right. Yep.
You know,
They say he was corrupted when he went to Russia in 1986.
when he was
He's
there
been
for
under
the Miss America or Miss Universe pageant,
something pageant, yeah.
some
And they
beauty
say
pageant.
Putin got something on him, and or whoever the Russians did,
I
whoever
think
was
this
in power.
whole situation with the Republican Party is who's got dirt on who. You tell me Lindsey Graham would embarrass himself the way he does if somebody didn't have dirt on his ass to make him do shit, or other ones that are out there making idiots of themselves over
John?
Trump. Huh?
John, I want to say one thing here,
What?
and I'll try not to incriminate myself.
What?
You've heard of Anonymous, right?
Yes.
Well, Anonymous has got a whole bunch of files out under a sort of a black website, and on it they have a sex ban drive, and on there they've got all kinds of names of politicians. Supposedly, when you click on them, you can see their crimes and see the things they did. Well, I went out and clicked on Clarence Thomas, but I couldn't find anything incriminating him. But I did find all kinds of information about where he lives and how to get on his internet and all kinds of stuff.
Really?
Yeah. So Anonymous is coming after these people.
Good. Good. They ain't got nothing to hide. You ain't got nothing to worry about. Ain't that what they
No,
say?
Anonymous,
That's right.
they said, we warned you, Republicans, and you didn't listen. That's what they said.
I've seen that something very similar to what you're talking about. That Anonymous has got something big, and it's they're going to use it. I don't know who Anonymous is. I don't think anyone knows who Anonymous is, but I think it's many people.
Hey,
I
Jesus,
think
are you
it's,
shitting
Who
me?
they are is more like it. Yeah.
They're the super hacker group. But anyway, they've already posted it, and I won't post the. I can't post the link to it, but maybe later I can give you a hint.
how do you feel about this TikTok? Do you guys believe it should be banned, or are you guys
No,
for?
hell no. TikTok is my main.
I won't use it, but I don't care if anybody else does.
No.
Yeah.
The thing about it is that stupid asshole. I think it was from Texas or somewhere out there. He had an accent like he was from Oklahoma or Texas, and he said, I want to know what this Tic Tac, he called it Tic Tac, is. He said, every time I get on Tic Tac, I see naked ladies or something and these women dancing around. And this guy didn't even know the name of the software. What an asshole. In fact, they posted on TikTok, and everybody was posting comments laughing out their ass listening to this guy.
Well, TikTok,
anyway.
I've seen of TikTok. They've been very centre left with their stuff they post. Very rarely are they.
This was making fun of this guy. This was people.
They're a
making fun of him.
democratic website. I mean, certainly much better than freaking Truth Social, whatever that is.
Well, the
And that's
problem
fallen in a
is
big hole.
Dave, TikTok is kicking the ass of every other social media platform out there, and they're all jealous. And they want TikTok gone because they think they're going to lose out to them, and they are.
It's very much a young generation platform, though, isn't it? There's a lot of young people.
I don't know.
go
I'm
to that
75
platform.
and I'm on there, and I post videos 2 or 3 every day.
Oldest hippie in St. Louis.
That's me.
That's you. Hey, I'm
And,
sorry. I guess we're going to have to wrap it up for the evening. I'm going to catch up on our next show because, when we started the show, I got mail. I got mail from Karen Kuhn, who sent me that Easter card that she asked me about. Well, the Easter card came, and I wanted to thank her for that. She included a nice little donation in there. So, Karen, thank you very much. And, dear, I need to sit down and call you. And then I got a letter from John and Carolyn Majesco out in North Carolina, who also included a nice little donation in there. We appreciate that. Carolyn's having to get used to not working. Hey, retirement, baby. You just quit that shit. That's all there is to it. You got to find yourself a hobby. And besides that, Carolyn, I've been seeing the pies you've been cooking on Facebook there, so I think you're keeping yourself busy. John's going to gain a few pounds. And then I got one more thing in the mail today. And when I saw it, this is from Alan Roberts. It's a gift from Alan Roberts, and now Paulette Hallback used to send me this every month. I got a subscription to Funny Times, and this time Alan Roberts has, I guess, made a subscription, and I get a lot of information, a lot of laughs out of this. If you look that up and subscribe to it, because it really is, it's worth it. It's loaded with articles and comedy and recipes, baby. Anyway, shit. Yeah, God. See, just a notification from one of American Express saying your card's been compromised, John. Great, another one. Ain't that some shit? That's what I was distracted about. What? Yep. Anyway, I guess we'll wrap it up for the evening so John can figure out what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
Ain't that some shit? Twice. That's the second time here lately.
Speaking of no personal anything.
Yeah, really. That's just, oh man. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for coming in tonight. I want to thank Mitch and Julie Goldstein for dropping by and letting us know you're all right. We hope you make a perfect flight on back into the States and come back and visit. Anyway, let me see. I ain't doing it that way. Joe.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, brother, for coming in, and appreciate your voice.
No problem. We have a little bit of craziness in order to get rid of all the hate.
Yeah. You going to be around the next few days?
Well, if the big man lets me.
Good. I need to drive over to see you.
You betcha. You're very welcome over here. You know that.
I know that. Just got a problem I need to deal with. Anyway,
you got it. We'll take care of that problem.
Outstanding, Joe. I'll be talking to you soon.
Just tell me how many yards we got to do it.
Yeah. There you go. I'll let you know, buddy.
All righty.
Anyway,
I'll bring the shovel.
there you go. We got help, Joe. Anyway, DJ, thank you for popping in, brother. We appreciate it.
No problem.
I know I got
John,
you in here at the end, but I didn't see your hand up, buddy. I don't know when you raised
I
it.
just put it up at the end because I wanted to talk about Clarence and his wife. But I just wanted to tell you, before you bury those bodies, call Dig Right.
Dig right.
Yeah, they tell you.
Yeah, tell you where to dig, where not to dig. You know, no, don't
Call
dig there.
Mr.
They'll find him there.
I tell you another thing too.
shit.
You know how Marjorie Taylor Greene gets up there and she rants and raves and goes nuts and crazy. If you ever come across a Republican doing the same thing, and I'm talking from experience here, if a Republican you meet is there with his wife, and he's a MAGA nut, and she starts ranting how Biden's this and Biden's that, don't say to him, mate, can you blow in her ear? Because he'll turn around and say to you, why the fuck do you want me to blow in her ear? And I said, because she needs a recharge.
She needs a recharge. Boy, howdy shit, Dave.
Oh, mate, did I leg it?
Well, brother, we sure enjoyed you
dear.
coming in tonight.
Oh, thanks, mate.
How's
Thanks.
everything
I
going
enjoyed
with the
being
flood
here.
cleanup, buddy?
Well, it's still mucky yucky. Once I get out of here, I'm still working on it all. I mean, I've got to pull every
it
plant
takes a
out of
while.
every garden bed. Yeah, well,
it
everything's
takes a while.
dead.
Well,
Everything's dead, mate.
we'll be
And
back here
you
on
can't-
Thursday, so come let us know how things are going.
Yep.
All right.
I'll be back. I'll be back.
I'll be back. All right.
Will be back.
Outstanding. Angie.
By the way,
What? What?
Arnie Schwarzenegger's back out there. Have a look on his website. He's got a couple of good videos in the last couple of weeks about Trump and the criminals. So, and he's a funny man, that Arnie Schwarzenegger. He's a good American. He's a good American, but he's not fucking American. He wasn't, anyhow.
He's naturalized.
I haven't clicked
Yeah.
on anything yet, Louis.
Well,
Louis
don't-
Russo just
don't-
came in
don't
with
click.
Louis Russo just came in with a $5 donation and said, "Be careful, John. Let Travis look at that email. It might not be real. Don't click on it." That's the one thing Travis has told me. If something that makes me mad, don't click on it until after he sees it. That's
That's probably good
got a
advice,
standing
John.
rule around here. What is this shit? I hope that's not. I don't know what it is,
Here,
but it's
I will tell you one thing,
what.
John. If you're going to go out there, you copy the link out of the email and then put it in a browser. that you know has security.
No,
Yeah.
don't copy the link.
I'm not going to do
Oh, yes,
anything.
that's what you do. You put it out there.
No, you go ahead and manually search into your account. You don't copy
I'm going
links
to go
by
to
email.
the. I'm
Mr.
going to go.
Pritavo,
I'm going to go to
this is
my
an actual
the count myself.
this is an actual true figure I'm going to give you right now. I'm reading off one of my notes.
What?
True figure. That those scams, like you click on shit like that, and all that other stuff where they get you to click on something, they cost American people $255 billion in being scammed
They do.
in the last 4 years.
Yeah.
255 billion in 4 years.
Yeah,
Where
because
go
there,
low
you know,
low.
there's a lot of things that I don't like about it. One, it's just very plain for American Express, really.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, I don't even know if.
Don't trust it.
No, I'm not going to mess with it. Just something else to piss me off. Anyway, where were we? Oh, yeah, we done got rid of you guys. We're
Trying to
moving
get rid
in
of
on the
us.
ladies now.
Haven't yet.
Huh? Angie, thank you so much, baby, for coming in. We appreciate it.
Well, you're welcome. I've enjoyed my time here, and I'm glad Tennessee is front and center right now. I'm hoping we can get something done around here.
You're in the spotlight down there, baby. You're in the spotlight. And so far, I like what Tennessee's doing. I didn't like what they did with throwing them out, but since then, baby, I like
It's
it.
gotten people
It has gotten people motivated. So let's keep that shit up. Angie, take care of yourself and come back Thursday. We'll be here.
I will. Y'all take care.
All righty, baby. And miss you, chick.
Yes, John.
Thank you so much, darling.
You're welcome.
My voice of reason in the background. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Especially when I come in the door at the last minute and try to grab everything. Jeez.
And things fall apart and
Best laid plans of mice and men.
But anyways, people out there,
that's right.
Not only do you have to keep an eye on these nefarious politicians, you should like, subscribe, and share.
Share that shit. Yeah. Like, share, and subscribe. Please. It helps us tremendously. Our numbers are going up. I've come to figure out most of them people, I get more views when they're pissed. That's damn. When I scream, my views go up. Oh, howdy shit. It's not good for my heart, though. Anyway, I speak from my heart. That's where the emotion comes from, and that's the only thing I can do. I can't. If I try to write something down and read it, it's just not working. What I speak, it comes, and I make mistakes. I think I called Lexington the capital of Kentucky, and then somebody pointed out, no. I said, well, I'm sorry, God dog it. I apologize. Anyway, I've had a great time. Thank you all for coming by and visiting on the show here, and especially those in the chat on Facebook, on YouTube. You make this show go by so easy just trying to keep up with what's going on in there. But I want to thank everybody for participating in this. But again, this show is entertainment, baby. The drive of this show is for one thing: keep us motivated, keep us moving, and keep us involved. And that's what we have to do. We want a better life for those that we leave behind. We have to forge the way. Anyway, y'all take care of yourself. We'll be back here on Thursday. Until then, take care. Y'all say goodnight to everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. Y'all take care and put a smile on your face. Make somebody else smile. Make them wonder what you're up to. Anyway, we'll see you later.
Doesn't cost anything, and it feels good.
And it feels good. It makes the whole thing, makes your day come out, baby. Anyway,
that's right.
Y'all take care of
Buenas
yourself.
noches.
Buenas noches. Have a good night.